Hello! Today's video, I make a custom book of Pokemon. I haven't made a lot of books with content, but I had so much fun with this commission. I love drawing and painting, and I do a lot in my own sketchbook. But this is the first time I've been specifically asked to illustrate one of the books that I've made. For this book, I was asked to draw in watercolor 16 Pokemon, all the evolutions of Pikachu, Oddish, Abra, Charmander, Mew, and Bulbasaur. Hopefully I pronounced all those correctly. I watched the anime when I got home from school in elementary, and I played Pokemon Go more recently, but that's pretty much the extent of my Pokemon knowledge. At least I was lucky to recognize all these guys. I looked up pictures from the anime to use as references, because the flat style would be easier to replicate. I used a red coal erase pencil to sketch everything out, and then I used my brush pen for the inking. This specific one came in a large set by Pandafly, and it's become one of my favorites. I never used the brand before, but I found it cheap on Amazon, and I guess I got lucky because I adore this pen. For the watercolor, I used a combination of Tombow and Crayola markers. I draw on a piece of glass or plastic and then lift the ink with my water brush. I prefer the way this ink flows and separates to traditional watercolor. The paper is Canson XL watercolor paper. I pre-cut the paper to fit the Pokeball shape. I hadn't done a shaped book before and I ran into a few snafus. First off, when I pre-cut the pages, I didn't do them all the exact same size. So when I put the book together, I had to trim it down. And I even tried using a scroll saw to trim it, which turned out to be a bad idea because the book sort of slid as I sawed, which meant that I had to trim even more. Unfortunately, a few of the bigger Pokemon, like Mewtwo and Charizard, lost a little bit in the process. This is a drawback and a benefit of doing custom books. It forces you to push your boundaries and solve new problems and learn something. Now I know when I make a shaped book, I need to leave extra room for the trimming. Custom orders often stress me out a bit. My favorite way to sell a book is in person. A customer can look at it, hold it, open it up, fall in love, and purchase it. A custom order is buying something that doesn't even exist yet, and my paranoid self is so concerned I'll get it wrong, so I tend to avoid advertising commissions. Unfortunately, our current viral situation has put my day job as a substitute teacher on hold with no income for who knows how long, and canceled all my upcoming craft festivals. Even though I still get anxious with custom orders, I love having something to do right now, and I've learned something new with each book or artwork. I also really enjoy having an excuse to spend several hours doodling Pokemon. With 16 different Pokemon to draw, I have a lot more footage of speed painting than I have things to say. So I'll leave you with this snazzy generic background music until the end. Here's the finished book with all the illustrations and the cover. I used a board book binding with this, where each page is glued to the back of the neck. It's a good binding for books with just a few pages. If I did another illustrated book, what should it be? Thanks for watching and happy binding! Pokeball, go! Oh, it didn't work.